Hi again everyone, I'm Coral. Welcome back to my channel. I'm here with the books that I'm hopefully going to read in June. This is a month where I'm catching up on some of the new releases I haven't gotten to yet and things like that. I'm also reading a book that I'm hoping just really has some great summer vibes. I will be doing my annual summer horror video this month as well, so keep an eye out for that. But let's get into what I want to read this month. First up, the book that I was going to read last month that was like my jar pick. I've been so bad with those, but I just didn't get to this. This is Ebola by Dr. William T. Close, and this is about him in 1976 working with the first outbreak in Zaire. That's really all I know about it. I'm hoping this wasn't published back then. I think this was published in the 2000s. Oh, 1995, close. So I'm curious as to what this will be like. I've had this book for a really long time and I am gonna work really hard to get to this month. Next, a book that was borrowed to me by my sister-in-law. This is Manual for Survival by Kate Brown, and this is about the after effects of the explosion, the meltdown at Chernobyl. I think this will make me upset because it seems like our government and probably other governments around the world really lied to people about how Chernobyl would affect not just Ukraine, but also everywhere. You know, this is something that, yeah, I'll read this for myself before I parrot back like what my sister-in-law has told me about it. So yeah, I think this is just gonna make me really upset, but I want to read it. Next up, my summer hopeful. This is Getaway by Zoje Stage, and this is the third book that I'm reading of hers. One I really enjoyed, one I really didn't. So I'm curious to see how this will fall on that spectrum. But this is about three friends who are kind of having a reunion with themselves. They've kind of grown apart, and now they're getting back together and they decide to go on a hike in the Grand Canyon and things go terribly wrong. So this seems like it's going to be a great survival story, really like outdoorsy in the heat kind of a story, and I'm just a sucker for it. You know what I mean? I really hope that this is good. I can't wait to read it. I am hopeful for it, but I'm not putting all my eggs in this book's basket. Next is my 5-star prediction for this month. This is Fable by Adrienne Young, and I've already rented out the audiobook for this from my library. So this is about a young girl whose dad is, I think, a pirate. Is he a straight up pirate or, oh no, he is a trader. A trader, not a traitor. And he works on the seas, right? So he's moving ships of goods, and her mother's died, and now her father is like marooned her on an island full of pirates. So is she going to become a pirate queen? I don't know, but I hope so. I've heard good things about this from people who read like YA kind of fantasy books, so I'm hoping that I like this. It seems like it will bring some lightheartedness to my reading this month, and I've secured the audiobook, so I'll just be able to listen to it and read and get it done quickly and hopefully enjoy myself. Okay, next is a new release. This is Hide by Kiersten White. This is her like first adult, like labeled adults book, and this is about a hide and go seek competition in an abandoned amusement park, and like things don't go good. So this is just this just hits on so many things I like. Creepy amusement parks, competitions that are deadly, and winning money. Who doesn't like winning money, you know? Also, I've really liked Kiersten White's, I liked her Anti-Darken series. I think it's called The Conqueror Saga. that was so, so good. So I'm really looking forward to a book that she's written that maybe can go places where her YA stuff hasn't gone before. And it looks like it's gonna be short and sweet and nasty. I can't wait. All right, next we have another YA author who's taking a foray into adult works. This is Book of Night by Holly Black, and this is, I'm hoping, a darker fantasy that is an adult's book. And this is about a young girl named Charlie who works for like bad magicians who do bad things to people. And I know in this world that Charlie lives in, people can manipulate their shadows, and I think that these magicians do bad things to other people's shadows, possibly, like for money, and that's all I really know, and that's okay. I'm gonna go into this, and I think I'm going to enjoy it. Then I'm also planning on getting to The Fervor by Alma Katsu. This is about a Japanese woman and her daughter who's been born in America. And that doesn't really matter because they're both put into an internment camp when World War II happens. Of course, that great part of our history that we don't really learn about in school. At least I didn't. I didn't know about this until I was an adult, which is terrible. So while they're in this prison camp, this illness starts going around and it's making people act in ways they wouldn't normally. Kind of like angry stuff, people acting aggressive. And also, like, there is a spider demon. So I don't know how that plays into everything, but I know that is a part of this story, and I cannot wait for this. I'm so, so looking forward to this. Oh, it looks so great. So yeah, I've got a lot of newer stuff on here. So look for those reviews coming up when I read the books. I do like to do some new release reviews if I get to them soon enough. All right, so lastly, I've got a book from my jar. Hopefully it's a good one. Green Star. Green Star means horror. Oh, okay, this is one I've just gotten recently. I don't know if you can read this. We Hear Voices. This is by, I think, Evie Green. Let me go get it. Okay, We Hear Voices, Evie Green. Kids have imaginary friends. Rachel knows this. So when her young son Billy miraculously recovers from a horrible flu that has proven fatal for many, she thinks nothing of Delphi, his new invisible friend. After all, her family is healthy and that's all that matters. But soon Delphi is telling Billy what to do, and the boy's acting up and lashing out in ways he never has before. As Delphi's influence is growing stranger and more sinister by the day, and rising tensions threaten to tear Rachel's family apart, she clings to one purpose: to protect her child at any cost, even from themselves. I'm not sure what themselves means. Does that mean like her family? Herself? I don't know. So yeah, this came out I think in 2020. This is a book that really was on my radar then, and then, you know, sometimes you just don't get to everything. So I'm excited to pick this up, and I hope that I enjoy it. Wow, what a great TBR. I'm very excited for this month. I've got a lot of books that seem like they're, you know, 200 to 300, maybe 320 pages, which I really think is like the sweet spot for storytelling in most cases. So I'm hoping I can zip through those, really have a great month, and get caught up on some of the things that I've really been wanting to read. I'd love to know if you guys have read any of these and what you've thought about them. That's all I have for today though. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a really great reading month. I hope June treats you all so well. Happy Pride to those who celebrate, and to everyone who doesn't, happy Pride. I will see you later. Goodbye.